I think it goes to show that November has been filled with a lot of things for the DBD community. We have gotten killer tweaks, or we're actually going to get killer tweaks. We're going to get tweaks to some perks, and we're also going to get a new killer at the end of November available to all consoles and the PC as well, which I'm very, very excited for. But one thing caught my eye when DBD posted it out, or actually when it got leaked, in November, in the November catalog, there was going to be a lot of killer tweaks going on, and they actually just released more information about it, which is the killers that are going to get tweaked are the Shape, the Good Guy, the Lich, the Dark Lord, the Demogorgon, the Ghostface, and the Mastermind. Now, I'm happy to see a lot of the killers in Dead by Daylight get shown some love, and also have the DBD community speak out about their killer main. And I was really happy to hear about a lot of them, the Shape even. Like, honestly, it's been a while since he have, like, actually I think it's been almost right when he dropped, he never got any tweaks or anything. So to see that he's actually getting the love and support and hopefully buffs to it, I'm not a Michael main, is really, really awesome. But for today, that is not really what I want to talk about. I want to talk about one specific killer, and that is obviously going to be the Ghostface. When I heard about his killer tweak coming into the game, I was astonished. I genuinely was so happy to hear that he was gonna get shown some love. So that got me thinking, well, I wonder what the tweaks are going to be. Are they going to be a nerf, or is this going to be a buff? And today they released them. So, or either today or yesterday they released them. I don't really remember. But anyways, I wanted to go through it, and those are going to be: 1, decrease the Night Shroud's cooldown; 2, decrease the time to mark survivors; and 3, changes to 2 add-ons. Now, off the bat, okay, let's be honest here. Off the bat, hearing that decreased Night Shroud cooldown, I mean, oh my gosh, boom, just like that, my nipples are hard, because that is just astonishing to hear. Like, right off the rift, hearing that his decreased Night Shroud is coming into the game, I was astonished here, because, like, that is what his power is, obviously. But then it got me thinking, well, I really, really wonder how long the decrease is going to be. Is it going to be 16 seconds, from 24 seconds to 16 seconds, 24 seconds to like 15, anything like that? I was on Twitter today, and I was looking up some Ghostface buffs, some like leaks and all that, if I could, to actually put into this video. I found a couple, and I don't know if my eyes were deceiving me, but to me, this felt like a slap on the wrist. And I am not going to lie to any of the viewers out here. I genuinely was so frustrated to see that, because instead of it being like 15, 16, anything like that, it went from decrease the Night Shroud cooldown from 24 seconds to 20 seconds. What in the actual fuck is that? I'm sorry, but and again, we can be in a disagreement here, but I don't understand how that is a huge buff, or to me, a buff at all. I still feel like that is an eternity for a Ghostface, and his power being the Night Shroud. Once he gets put out of it, he has to wait 28 seconds now to stop that, to get his power back. I mean, yeah, sure, you can argue that you can have the Wally's Magic Bug, but even then, I feel like it should have been 17, 16, 15 seconds. I mean, the Good Guy, his scamper, his cooldown got put all the way down to 10 seconds, I believe. Now, I'm pretty sure it's getting increased back up after this patch that's going to come out with a new killer. But still, like, I don't understand how that shows that that is a huge buff, or to me, even a buff at all. Like, genuinely. And then the next one that I saw that just made me just like bust one all over the place, like, honestly, was that there's going to be decreased to the decrease the time to mark survivors. So when I read that, I was like, okay, it seems like we're going to get a base kit Philly, which I'm actually so happy for. In my previous video, but one of the videos that I made, I talked about Ghostface's problems, and actually not having a base kit was a huge problem in my opinion. And to be able to see that Ghostface is actually going to finally get a base kit to help him with his power to actually make his marking somewhat useful and somewhat like of a prize, actually really made me happy. Now, I still think they could have done a lot, especially with his power, and actually maybe like a hindered base kit or a drop like knife sheath base kit to actually make his marks valuable. But at the same time, I'm okay with the base kit of Philly. I know I'm sounding super ungrateful, and I'm sorry, but I do need to speak on my behalf of like, hey, this really does feel like a slap on the wrist. Because again, it really does. I thought it would be like a good chunk, maybe about like 5-6 killer tweaks to it, but this is not even the full thing. I mean, we still have to talk about the 2 killer add-ons that they're taking out, which I am actually pretty I'm like a little upset with it, I guess. And those are actually, I saw on Twitter, it was going to be knife belt clip and night vision monocular. With the knife belt clip, it reduces the tear radius by 12 meters, was 8 meters, while crouching. Night vision monocular, a survivor that reveals the ghost face is inflicted with exhausted for 10 seconds, and it was 5 seconds. And honestly, those two can be useful in their own ways if you really want to make a build or have, that as a priority. But for every day-to-day basis on playing Ghostface as a main or just wanting to try him out, I don't see how those add-ons help him in any way, shape, or form. I really don't. I just felt like they just blindly picked on this one and this one. Oh, there goes my mic. And they were just like, yeah, this is totally it. Let's go ahead and just kind of make some changes to it that sounds good. They did that, and they're like, oh yeah, this is the one. This is going to make all of the Ghostface community and even just players in general really, really happy. And personally for me, it doesn't. It really doesn't, because again, it just feels kind of half-assed. And I really hate saying this because I really, really want to be on DBD's team. But for my favorite killer to get this much justice, really, I just don't understand it. I really don't. They could have helped him out with his camera settings of both the killer and survivors, because what I mean by that is, for me, I said in my Ghostface video, I can be hiding behind a rock with 25% of my body just like sticking out, at least 25%, or even 75% of my body sticking out, and survivors cannot stalk me out. What the heck? But whenever I hide behind a literal building with 100% of my body not showing, boom, I get stalked out. And that right there is just insane to me. It's just blatantly insane, because I'm like, well, this is so inconsistent. And that's exactly what my key word was in my Ghostface debunk video, inconsistent. And I still feel like even with these buffs, with these add-on changes, he's still going to be that inconsistent killer that no one really loves. I mean, this doesn't change Ghostface from him becoming a C tier killer all the way up to an A tier. This really doesn't. I just feel like he would be a good not a pub stomper, but like a rank stopper when it comes to Ash, Bronze, and Silver. Yeah, maybe even Silver's kind of pushing it. But when it comes to Gold and Eerie, he's going to get stomped on. Like, it just doesn't really make any sense. He doesn't have any pressure. He doesn't have anything going from him. He's a slow killer, and he relies on a lot of patience. And patience is, like, non-existent in Dead by Daylight. You need to be on their butts every single time. And that's exactly what Ghostface does not do. Is the exact opposite. And his add-ons don't help him at all. And it's pretty frustrating. I'm genuinely hoping that this Twitter leakage was false. Like, it's especially with the add-ons, it's just false. And they actually do give out add-ons or put out add-ons that will actually help his power, that will help with the markings, help with his undetectable, like help with something. and make him a reliable killer, because for me, I just don't think he is right now. And again, that is so frustrating to say, considering the fact that he is my favorite killer in Dead by Daylight. I want to play as him. I want to get kills with him. I want to potentially like P100 him and all this stuff, but like he is just sometimes, not even sometimes, for me he's like so unplayable and unfun to play as, just because of the fact that he is such a weak killer. He's such a weak killer. And for people to even say that he's an easy killer to learn and all this stuff, he is not. He's honestly kind of not. He's really not. And I don't recommend people playing as him right when you first get the game, because you're just gonna be so mad. You're gonna have people stalk you out, and it's just blatantly unfair, not just to the killer, but also sometimes to the survivor. Because I'm gonna give the benefit of where it's due. Like, sometimes I would literally stalk a survivor while literally both of us are making eye contact, where we're literally just doing a staring contest, and I get them down. That's not fair. It's so inconsistent, and inconsistent equals unfun. Inconsistent like equals just rage and like just sadness and not wanting to go back to a game. And there's so many things to say about that, but I'm focusing on Ghostface right now, not just the overall game. Now, I think that there is so much potential when it comes to this killer, when it comes to actually helping him, buffing him, and just making him an actual usable and fun killer. He can be fun when it comes to stealthy. I think he is he is the best stealth killer in the game. And to be able to get those jump scares, to be able to get those grabs and all of that is phenomenal. I mean, a lot of people do the Twitch the reaction all mashups of the Twitch streamers getting scared, jump scared and all that about Ghostface. That is so fun. That is peak right there. But to make him an overall a fun and interesting killer, these changes that we're getting, some of them are yes. Woo, I love it. That's what we need. But for the majority of it, it's like, nah, we don't need this. Why are you doing this? The decrease of the Night Shroud, mwah. Now, am I going to say it's 20 seconds? No, it should be like 15, 16 seconds, to be honest with you. I'm just going to be flat out saying that. And if you don't agree with that, I understand. I mean, again, I'm not trying to argue with anyone. I'm not trying to stir up a heated debate in the comments below. That is far from what I'm trying to do. I am just giving up my personal opinion. If you would like to give out your personal opinion, just please leave it in the comments below. But please don't come at me. Don't try to pick a fight with anyone. Don't do that. Like, that's not okay. And for the Philly base kit, that I love. I will not complain about that as much as I did in this video. I will, like, it is definitely good. It is definitely good, and that's something that I will not complain about, because, well, they did listen. They did listen on that part. They gave him a base kit, which I'm actually very, very happy for. I'm hoping that it's a base kit. I'm pretty sure it is. But that is basically all that is happening. That's basically what's going down with Ghostface. I did want to make this quick video because, honestly, this is, for me, a big deal because, well, I'm a Ghostface main. I do like Ghostface, and I've been playing him ever since I started playing this game. I just want Ghostface to be usable. I want to be able to use him even in Eerie and Gold and still get consistent 4Ks. Now, I'm not saying that I need 4Ks every single game. No, that's just a skill issue if I can't. You know, that's just the truth. But when you're using a very, very bad killer that has really no pressure in Eerie, I wouldn't really say that's a skill issue. That's just the killer in general. So that's basically what's going on. I'm very, very excited to see what is happening with November. I'm actually also very, very excited to see what's going to happen with the new killer. I honestly would have loved to make a video on the PTB about Ghostface, but I play on console on PS5, so unfortunately I couldn't. But when he does come out, I will make sure to put a video out to give my personal thoughts on the gameplay, and then I will give my final critique on that. But as of now, this is just from the Twitter and Instagram and like all that etc. from DBD themselves, and I just want to give my take on it. So that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay well, be well, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, I got nothing else to say. I really don't. This video, I just need this to finish, and peace out.